You can go undefeated.
Ohio State should win it this year, and it'll be 3 years in a row that the Big Ten win it. But everybody always says, yeah, Ohio State's top. I mean, Big Ten's top might be the best. But if you talk about the depth of the conference, the SEC's better. And I don't want to hear that. I just want it to be head and shoulders that the Big Ten is better than the SEC.
Well, then you need to stop being mad that people give that to the SEC and start criticizing these bum programs that we have here around the Big Ten. Because Wisconsin's re-upping with Luke Fickell, so that'll be another year where they just trip on themselves and are terrible.
Well,
Michigan State
shout out to Coach Fick.
Shout out to him. Go win some games, dude. Shout out. Don't bring in the air raid offense to Wisconsin, man. Like, what are we? Lincoln Riley's going to go out there and complain about the time differences. Win some damn games, man. Like, I'm not defending Kirk Ferentz being 100 years old and taking forever to get the conference wins record because he only can recruit, like, defensive players and doesn't know how to recruit anyone other than tight ends on offense. Like, I don't defend this conference because they don't deserve to be defended. It is laughable that Indiana got one coach and $20 million and now is the second best program in the conference like that. That speaks to how bad this conference has gotten, honestly. And unless Michigan's cheating, they're not any good either. They got their auto mechanic head coach out there right now wearing his dumb jacket. So, yeah, I'm kind of done defending this conference until they actually go do something. And unfortunately for us, we're probably stuck in a place where we're getting 3 teams in, and that's going to be it.
It sounds like you only want 2 of them in.
I don't think do you want to go watch Oregon get embarrassed? They're probably going to go get embarrassed if their offense doesn't start to get better. And if they don't rest, they got to stop resting on their laurels of what they did a bunch of years ago. They have to actually be good now. All right. This is the NFL team where it sounds like the head coach and the player hate each other. A.J. Brown, who has not been a fan of what the Eagles are doing on offense. A.J. Brown was asked, he was on a stream. He was on a video game stream playing Madden with a guy named Janky Rondo, which, great name. I love that. What is a Janky Rondo?
He's a porn star.
No, I don't think so. Anyway, A.J. Brown was asked about how things are going in Philadelphia, and here's how that went.
Hey, but look, everything be good, though. Like you know what I'm saying? Everything be straight. You know what I'm saying? Mental good, kids good, you know what I'm saying? Wife good, everything?
Yep, I mean, no. Where have you been? Like, family good? Yeah. Yeah. Everything else? No.
Man, everything gonna click, bro. Chat to look. Everything gonna click, bro. Trust me.
How you been? Yeah, I've been, struggling, brother. Hey, if you got me on fantasy, man, get rid of me.
All right. If you couldn't hear all that, one of the things he said was, it's not going well. He said, it's a bleep show. I can't say the bleep, but you can guess that word. And then he said, if you got me on fantasy, go ahead and drop me. So
that's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Nick Sirianni was asked about these comments, and he said, I got to be honest, I'm kind of done talking about this. Like, he sounds like he's just ready to move on, which is dumb because, I mean, you could have traded him if you were done with this. They didn't try to trade him.
You can't trade him because he's such a good player. Like, you can't.
Well, then you're going to have to put up with the fact that he wants the ball. I mean, that's just, I mean,
as dysfunctional as this sounds right now, they're 7-2. They're 7-2. They're going to need him in the playoffs. He's a very tough matchup to guard one-on-one. It's just like it's almost like they're trying to go through this season without like making people think that he's not any good anymore, just to get to the playoffs and just throw it to him because they know they could do that.
Yeah.
Now in the offseason, it might be a totally different story. He might request a trade because he really, for some odd reason, wants to play with Vrabel with the Patriots because they have a great relationship because of the Titans. So
sure,
yeah, I think he might be on the move this offseason.
Does he maybe feel like they've got a quarterback who will get him the ball more?
Oh, Drake May?
Maybe there's a little of that, too.
The nominee?
He's on his way.
Nominee?
He's on his way.
He's the nominee. We don't play the full music yet, right? He's close, but he's not getting the full thing yet, right?
That's right.
Okay.
I have breaking news before we go to break.
What's the breaking news?
The YouTube stream is back.
Oh, well, that's fine. Good. Let's go. Yay. All right, sorry to the YouTube people who've usually been there all this time. Thanks for now finally being a part of things. We come back to list. Top 5 complimentary foods, the foods you get for free before a meal. We'll do that when we get back. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Still not seeing any crashes on our roads for this Thursday, but we are seeing more people headed out the door. A live look at those on 70 westbound over by Bryce and Reynoldsburg this morning, dropping down to 37 miles per hour for your travel times out there. And hey, a similar situation for our friends at Canal Winchester and Pickerington, 33 westbound at Gender Road. Pretty slow moving out there, 30 miles per hour this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by Hydrate Me Med Spa. Next level wellness, 5-star IV and aesthetic treatments. Look great, feel great. 4 locations in Central Ohio. Book your drip at hydratememedspa.com.
This is Ryan Krieger, and at Krieger Ford, we know life's busy. Let us handle your car care. Enjoy our convenient pick-up and delivery service, or have our technicians come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing, 614-NEW-ROOF, newmanroofing.com.
Fraud in government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
November is an ideal month to plant trees in Ohio because the soil is still warm, which reduces the transplant stress. Plus, trees require less water in November than in the heat of the summer, allowing roots to grow in the cooler temperatures. When planting trees, keep these tips in mind. Select trees that are zone hardy for where you plan to plant. Avoid planting trees that produce slip hazards like fruits and nuts close to sidewalks. And don't plant large trees near or under utility lines. To learn more about the November tree planting, contact an ISA certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. It's Thursday Night Football on the Fan 2. Catch the Jets and Patriots live from Foxborough. Fan coverage starts Thursday at 8 on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2.
Sponsored by Roosters, a fun casual joint.
Your radio home of the NFL, the Fan, Ohio sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Mostly clear and breezy this morning, so our feels like could be into the 20s for many of us. As we go into the afternoon, though, it will be a dry day with mostly sunny skies and highs in the 50s, but breezy winds will make it feel like we're in the upper 40s. And then for tonight, mostly clear overnight again with lows right around freezing and a lot less wind. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
We are your radio home for the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. We may have a bit of a football problem. Oh, yeah. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Jackets head coach Dean Evison joining us coming up at 7:30. We will chat with him. Jackets, of course, playing tonight against Edmonton. Back in Columbus, back in Nationwide Arena. So we are excited for that. We'll get to him. 8:30, we're going to talk with JR, John Rhodes from Big Ten Huddle Podcast. We were asked, actually Fish asked in the break if he's related to Mac Rhodes, the guy who's in charge of the College Football Playoff Selection Committee. No word on that, or if he's related to Dusty Rhodes, but he's going to come on and talk some Big Ten college football with us, some private equity stuff, and much more. We will do that coming up at 8:30.
The best, the worst, and sometimes even the dumbest. It's all here on The List.
Sponsored by Midwest Cards. Experience collecting in a whole new way.
All right, the list today. Top 5 complimentary foods of all time. This was, Dylan, was this your idea yesterday, I believe?
Yeah, when we were talking about free stuff.
Yeah.
Just popped in my head.
It was always good. All right, so this is the food you get when you get to a restaurant. They just bring it out for you. You don't even have to ask for it. It's just free of charge. Although, I mean, you're paying for it because you're buying other food there, but whatever. My number 5, I have Cheesecake Factory bread. When they bring out the bread at Cheesecake Factory, you know it's going to be a good time. Now, some people I think are down on the bread, but not me. I actually like the rye or whatever it is, like the brown bread with the little oats on it. I like that. That's my favorite one to get there, but that's my number 5.
You know what's so funny? That is exactly my number 5 as well.
Is
and
it?
It's for the exact same reason. I was sitting there talking to my wife, like, what is some other appetizers or free things that we enjoy? And for her, she was like, oh, yeah, we like the bread from the Cheesecake Factory, but only the brown one. Only the brown one.
Don't like the regular one, huh?
Not really. The brown one got like maybe it's like a little sweetness to it.
It does. Yeah, whatever it is. I don't know what they do to it, but it's funny because my kids see it and they go, ooh, that looks healthy. No thanks. And they go to like the other bread, but I'm like, great, I'll take that whole loaf. That's for me. And then you slather some butter on it.
Yeah.
Good eating. Dylan, what's your number 5?
All right, this technically isn't from a restaurant, but I thought it should be mentioned, and it's kind of generic. A good old complimentary breakfast.
Oh.
I feel like that deserves some love in the complimentary food category.
You're talking about when you go to like a hotel?
Yeah.
Okay.
The food's free. I used to be too lazy to wait on the waffles. Waffles are worth it at a lot of hotels.
Oh, where you can actually like get you get the batter and you make it right there.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I like that. I do. Well, now, see, I hadn't even thought about the complimentary breakfast because you're right that the only place you get that is a hotel.
Right.
But it is supposedly free. I know they bake it into the cost of what you're charged.
All this
for
stuff is
Yeah.
probably baked in.
Yeah, but you know what? That's a good. If nothing else, I would have made that an honorable mention. But yeah, I'm with you. I like a continental breakfast. I also enjoy the Key and Peele sketch about a continental breakfast. If you've never seen it, it's good.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Every Key and Peele skit is worth seeing.
It pretty much agreed on that. Number 4 for me on the top 5 complimentary foods of all time: Olive Garden breadsticks. You can keep the soup and or the salad. I'll just take the breadsticks, but those breadsticks are phenomenal. So I'll go with those as my number 4.
I went with Senor Antonio's, which is a Mexican place.
Oh, I know it.
House. Chips and salsa.
Oh,
Delicious.
you went with a specific place's chips and salsa?
Chips and salsa, yeah.
Spoiler alert, I did not. Yeah. I kind of just lumped them all together.
I went with all restaurants, like specific places for their items.
That's very good.
I try to be,
I mean, I did for most of them, but on that one, I just, spoiler alert, chips and salsa on my list.
Yes. No, that's what it is for me right here, number 4. Any place that gives you free chips and salsa is what I have written down for my number 4.
It's
obviously
very good.
You want it to be of high quality, but free chips and salsa, whoever came up with that idea, thank you.
When it comes to salsas, how are you guys on like a chunky? Do you like a chunky salsa or because I like more?
I'm not a chunky.
Same.
Yeah, no, I like the. Yeah,
I mean, we
smooth.
don't want it watery either.
Not
there's
watery.
There's a nice happy medium.
I don't know what the consistency is, but where it's basically like there's little clumps in it, but they're so small they're all uniform.
Yeah,
and you can basically you don't ever have like a chip where I don't like the chunky salsa because I feel like the chunky salsa is more watery. Because you get a
I
chunk,
get what you're saying.
and then all the other stuff just
drips off.
It's like a soup. With
I don't like
clumps
that
in it.
either.
I want one that's like a consistent paste of salsa.
I
that's
like it
thicker.
to be, and I like it to be dark red.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. They don't. Do you not do the green?
Nah,
not a fan of the green hot sauce and all that stuff.
Oh no!
Are you guys more of like a hot salsa?
It don't have to be spicy. I don't want it spicy, but if it got like a little something to it, I'm cool.
Yeah, I want a little kick.
That.
We go to a place called Tres Patrios. They have a location in Marysville. They also have a location down in Galloway. Randomly, those two places. We've lived near each of the two places we've lived. So, like, we've gone there a lot. But that place, they will bring out, like, an array of hot sauces for you for just your food. But I always put a little of that in my salsa. And it changes the salsa every day. Just a little extra of that. Number 3 for me, I mentioned this yesterday. Flyers does this. I'm sure other restaurants do, but Flyers is the one I know. If you sit inside a Flyers pizza joint, they will bring out fresh potato chips, which are fantastic. And I don't mean like they're just warmed up potato chips from a bag. I mean, they've like taken the potato, sliced it up thin, deep fried it, bring it right out to you. Delicious. Some of them are chewy. Some of them are crunchy. You never know what you're going to get, but they're delicious. I'm going to go with the fresh potato chips at number 3.
Number 3, I went with Texas Roll House cinnamon butter and biscuit or bread or
rolls,
whatever you want to call them.
They're definitely rolls, but they're great.
I
love
them. People will sit there and eat the whole.
Oh yeah, those things are they're like crack to me. I will be hooked on those things. If you don't take them away from me, it will be dangerous. What do you have, Dylan?
Number 3, fly me out to the Cheddar Bay right now for the biscuits at Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good call. I got to tell you, we don't go to Red Lobster enough. I didn't put it on my list just because I like them.
You're out to lunch.
We don't go enough. I don't think I've taken my wife. I don't know if this is good or bad. I've never taken my wife to Red Lobster. She's not a seafood fan. I like Red Lobster. I like seafood, but no one else in my family is really a big seafood person.
The seaside, the shrimp trio, where you get the fried shrimp, the shrimp linguine, and the grilled shrimp.
What happened? Yesterday I said tour of Italy, and you act like that's the craziest thing ever. Today you're telling me eat the plate of shrimp. That's
I figured you'd be able to handle
that. I would love that. Yes. Unfortunately, every time I go, my wife is like, "Well, there's nothing here for me to eat because it's all seafood." She's not a fan, so we don't go that often. But that's a very good call. I didn't have that on my list. My number 2 is what you just said, Texas Roadhouse with cinnamon butter. Love it. It's great. Could eat it all day. Don't need the rest of the meal. Just give me that. I'll be fine.
My number 2 on my list is actually Red Lobster's biscuits.
I figured the Cheddar Bay biscuits could make an appearance.
I mean, that's one of the rare places where like you eat them, then they go get me another one, eat that too, and then take some to go. You know how I feel about taking things to go. But the biscuits, speaking of, I have to go get some of those soon. Like I have to go get some biscuits for my house soon.
You can get like a frozen version of a lot of these things we're mentioning, including the Red Lobster, where you make it yourself at home. I know it's probably not the same. I've had it before.
I feel like it won't. I feel like I won't do it right.
I feel like it does. It does enough. It's close enough. In between trips to Red Lobster.
So also, I've seen a few people in the chat, by the way, who are pointing out that this is from Charles, who said you can't not include the complimentary donuts you get from Asian spots. Is that a thing? I've never had that.
I've never had that either.
That's a thing. I've never experienced
tell me
that.
where this is going on. I'll be there today.
I'll be there. Tom also says Skyline oyster crackers with an honorable mention. Okay. Teach their own. It's not in my top 5, but I like the oyster crackers when I get them. Put a little hot sauce on them. That's great. Not for me. My number 1, though, chips and salsa. And like I said, I want the thicker consistency, but not the chunky. It's a very fine line. You know what you do. If you've been to enough of these places, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's what I want, though. The chips and salsa, number 1 for me. I also could eat that. Don't need a meal. Just let me order that and a drink, and I'll be good.
First of all, I'm not shocked. And my number 1 is Olive Garden salad. But I'm not shocked that you didn't put that on there.
Put the breadsticks. The breadsticks, yes, not the Oh, you know who else does good breadsticks? Fazoli's.
Yes.
Fazoli's, and not around many of them anymore, but the ones that are, they still, I think, do the complimentary breadsticks. Those are great.
Tebow, is the salad too healthy for you?
Oh, the salad's fine. It's like I feel obligated. I see that. I'm like, well, I guess I'll take some salad. And I'm like, I'm eating that going, I want 8 breadsticks. That's all I want.
That salad at Olive Garden is so good. I will skip my meal just to eat that salad. Like
it is good. It's a good salad.
The meal becomes an afterthought to me. Like I'm there for the salad.
Tyvis, though, the thing you're saying, that's like those bumper stickers people have who are like, my worst day fishing is better than my worst day fishing is better than my best day working. And that's how I feel about the salads. It's like the best Olive Garden salad I've ever had is still worse than any of the worst meals I've ever had.
Crazy,
it's real food.
Man.
It's real food. It's not this rabbit food stuff.
Dylan, tell him what's number one.
That's my number one, too.
See?
And it's mainly because in like my poorer college days, like Tyvis said, I get the soup over the salad. So what I would do is I would load up on like 5 or 6 bowls of soup and the breadsticks. And I'm like, you know what? Don't even plate my entree. Go ahead and put it in the box because I'm taking it with me to eat later because this one meal is going to turn into 2 because I need it to stretch that way financially.
Yeah. I guess I just look at it like, for me, the soup thing is I've never done the soup.
The
whatsoever.
soup there is what the kids would say is gas.
I've never had the soup.
Zuppa Toscana would be my first one to suggest you guys try first.
What is it, like a chicken soup?
They do have like chicken and gnocchi there, but the Zuppa Toscana, I don't even know how to describe it.
The only place that got like really good soup is like Panera.
Okay.
Oh, the broccoli and cheddar soup is fire. The chicken noodle soup is fire.
You have to go.
No. Panera
the chili's fire.
Panera soup is just one step up from getting it out of the can.
Wow.
It's soup in a bag.
Yes.
Wow.
But
is gas.
But Dylan,
as what the kids would say.
Is
gas.
Dylan, do we think Olive Garden is making the soup fresh? I mean, it's probably also soup in a
probably
bag.
not. It's probably one step up from Panera.
Okay, fine. Just saying.
I don't really eat at the Olive Garden that much anymore now that I have like a real person job. But
wow. So you put them number one, but you don't even go.
You know, it's crazy. That's like my daughter's favorite place to go is Olive Garden.
Actually, you know what? I should have put this on. This is my honorable mention. The number one complimentary food I probably should have put on here is when you go to Long John Silver's or any seafood place, and you get the little crackling dried, like the fried stuff that's just there. I don't even know.
Crumpets.
Yeah, the little crumpets of just here's the extra pieces of fryer batter that just ended up in your box. Delicious. That is, I would buy just a side of those. If they said, here's the crunchies, I'd eat those. All right, 2 minutes.
Really healthy for you, too.
Oh, yeah. I'll eat that right after eating my Olive Garden salad, 100%. 2 minutes away, Blue Jackets head coach Dean Evison. He will join us next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, if you live in New Albany, be aware of some slowdowns happening, not only on 62 eastbound, once you're passing that 162 area by Smiths Mill Road, looking at 35 miles out there. But we also have some congestion really building for our friends on that 162 eastbound direction as you're passing 62 and over by Beach Road this morning, 35 miles per hour for your drive times out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
You know, most people will agree with this. Life is a lot better without pain and more comfort. Hey, it's Anthony. I used to buy the over-the-counter insoles thinking that just the cushion itself would solve everything. It didn't. So I finally got serious about support. I went to the Good Feet store where I was personally fitted for arch supports. I started feeling relief, more stability, and stuff stopped aching. My lower back felt better. I don't care whether you're an athlete or you're retired. Get greater comfort and confidence from personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. That's because their arch supports are designed to align your body from the feet up, and they can help provide relief from pain and discomfort like it has for me. They have an expert staff trained to understand your specific needs, and they recommend the best solutions. It's simple. Just stop by the Good Feet store at one of their convenient locations on Polaris Parkway or Stringtown Road in Grove City, or, of course, learn more, a lot more, at goodfeet.com.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Freshly brewed coffee.
Yes, it's coffee time. Coffee.
And a chat with Jackets coach Dean Evison and his tattooed thighs. I shall call this segment Coffee with the Coach.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Jackets got the win in Seattle to cap off the road trip out west. They are back home tonight, 7:30, taking on Edmonton, team they just saw on Monday as well. Joining us now, of course, is Dean Evison, Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Coach, welcome back to Columbus. Hope the road trip got you back in your. Are you back on your sleeping pattern yet that you need now that you're back on East Coast time?
Oh yeah, we sleep whenever we can get it. A lot of sleep on the plane yesterday.
Oh, I can only imagine. So, how big was that win in Seattle? Given how a couple close games there, but late overtime type of situations for the Jackets, you finally get one against Seattle. How big was that for some momentum coming off that road trip?
Well, yeah, to get reinforced, obviously, with 2 points and a win, we talked pretty much the whole road trip that we had played well. We just didn't get the results. We made some mistakes. There's no question about that, but we just didn't get the win. And to continually, talk about it and what have you is great and believe it, but to get reinforced with the 2 points meant a lot to the group, especially after, the back-to-back. We traveled that night and getting in there, a little bit later and what have you. And, it was a really, a really great 2 points, obviously, to reinforce that we're doing the right things.
Obviously that game ended in a shootout, and we were sitting here looking at it when Charlie Coyle hit the shot. There was a delayed reaction. Were you delayed, or did you in real time understand, like, we just won the game? Because everybody on the bench was kind of looking around like, did we win? We did win.
Yeah, it's funny because, the coaches, we were all kind of looking at each other. And then afterwards, like, we were watching it after the game. And to see the players, like, nobody really reacted. Like, it was like nobody jumped up and down. And so I think we were all just kind of a little bit stunned, with everything that was going on. But clearly once we got back into the locker room, then where the cameras aren't there, we celebrated a little bit.
Dean Evison joining us on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. So on the goaltending front, Jet Greaves started the last couple games. I know you had said something because I saw there was a question about did Elvis not start the alternating schedule that's been going on? Was that because of illness? And you said, well, we don't necessarily need a reason, to have to do that. So what's going on tonight? Edmonton coming to town. Have you made a decision there?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we want to be as honest as we possibly can, but there's sometimes that we have to maybe not be, as forward as we usually are. And certainly there's some circumstances with injuries and illnesses and what have you that we have to keep it kind of under wraps. So there's a bit of that going on. But I can tell you now that Jet will play again tonight.
Okay.
Last time y'all played Edmonton, it was a kind of a weird one. You kind of had the league and then it kind of got away from you. What's going to be the difference in tonight's game, seeing them again?
Well, we have to look after an extremely special player in Connor McDavid. He really willed their group back into that hockey game. He's arguably the best player in the world right now. We have to pay special attention to him. There's no question about that. But yeah, we made a couple mistakes, as I just mentioned, certainly in that hockey game in order to allow them to get back into it. But more than anything, it was a very special player, did very special things that night.
just to go back to the Jet Grieve situation. So he'll start for his third straight game. That's obviously a little bit more workload than he's used to. Is that something you're doing out of preference or out of necessity?
Well, okay, maybe this year it is. If you look back and you remember, he played 6 in a row last year to end the year to almost get us in. So Jet doesn't care when he plays, where he plays, or who he plays. He just wants to play. And, we have some circumstances that we're not going to air. But he's got no issues playing back-to-back. He's got no issues playing every single game. So, he'll go tonight.
Dean Evison joining us on the Brian Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. There was a situation in the Edmonton game I was curious to get your thoughts on because I was watching it and I see Denton Matejchuk out there. Obviously, I'm not a NHL hockey coach, but I didn't think maybe he had his best game he's ever had in that Edmonton game on the road. However, late in that game, he's a young player, but he has played very well this year. He's still out there in a big moment and probably didn't have his best last 5 minutes of that game. How do you balance that as a coach where you're trying to get young guys experience? You want to give them the chance to go out there, even if they're maybe not having their best game, but also trying to balance that with trying to get a victory. And sometimes you have veterans who might, be pushing there to get on the ice. How do you balance that as a coach?
Well, I'll disagree with you. He's maybe he fell down when Connor McDavid was flying up into the zone. Matty's been unbelievable for us, and I don't care how old you are. He's been composed. He's been a special player for us, and he's going to be a great player in this league for a very long time. The thought process when we had the power play there was to have 2 defensemen out there, and we made a couple of mistakes as far as shooting the puck into people, and then we got a bad break, with the stick on puck at the end of the game. But we were trying to obviously hold the lead there, but it certainly had nothing to do with Matejchuk's play at that time.
Coach, Kirill Marchenko last year, a lot of people said he's having one of the best seasons he's ever had. This year, it seems like he's on pace to do even better. What have you seen out of him this year that's making him play at such a high level?
Just his compete level. We've talked about that all last year. When he has success, he competes. He's gritty. He's battling in areas. Of course, he's got a special skill set as far as scoring goals and shooting the puck, and his skill set with his hands. But we want him to compete to get the puck first and not wait for somebody else to get it and then deliver it to him so that he can score. And he's really been committed to that. He was committed to that last year. There was a point that we had brought him in here and challenged him to do that on a consistent basis. He's done that all year this year.
Another thing that I thought was a positive from that Seattle game was Adam Fantilli being on the ice late in that game. I know he obviously is a big part of things going forward, and obviously he's a young player too. Is it good to have him in those type of moments where he's out there late in the game trying to help you find that victory on the road?
Yeah, I mean, every game's different, right? I mean, there's some guys that are going, some guys aren't, and you're putting them in different situations. But 100%, you're right. As far as putting people in those positions to have an opportunity to experience that, clearly to get the job done and then get reinforced that you can be out there and in those crucial moments in hockey games, not only to score goals but to defend is great. So the more opportunity that we have that with not only young players but every player, the better off we're going to be at the end of the year.
One little thing for you, too. Yesterday, I know you guys are probably making your way back, but we had Eric Branson on, who I know is working through his own injuries right now. But I tell you, Tyvis and I were asking him about when you get back on the ice, you're going to take a shot at somebody? Do you like just seeing Matthew Olivier being the only guy out there, getting into fights? And he said, oh, trust me, I'm frustrated. When I get out there, we're going to take it out on somebody. So just putting that bug in your coach. When he gets back, it may be something you have to watch out. He's anxious to get out there.
Excuse me. We don't have to watch out for it. We'll reinforce that with him.
Perfect. We like that. Coach, have a great game tonight. Thanks for the info again, and we'll talk again next week.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
There you go. CBJ coach Dean Evison on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. One of Tyvis's biggest enemies got punished yesterday. Details next. T1 and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, for our friends who live in Canal Winchester, do be mindful that 33 in that westbound direction at Gender Road getting dangerously slow out there. What's happening is that basically at Pickerington Road, right before Gender Road, getting pretty slow out there at 24 miles per hour. But once you're heading towards downtown, it really drops at Gender Road down to 9 miles per hour for your travel times this morning. Of course, be extra cautious on the road and just take your time this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, does this sound like you where every step or reach is a reminder that it hurts? The pain is there. A reminder of what you're not able to do, how far you've drifted from that life you used to have and love where you didn't have the pain. Listen, if this is you, if this is a family member, you need to talk to them about it. You need to do what I did and go to QC Kinetics. They've got the answers for you, the relief without the scalpel, without the surgery. At QC Kinetics, they tap into your body's own regenerative power. The damaged tissue, it can be healed by itself. It's not science fiction. It's your body's comeback story. The very cells in your body can help you get healed with no surgery, no pills, no long recovery, just remembering how to move and feel alive again so you can golf, hike, do all the stuff you love to do. So go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus or 380-208-4544. They have offices all over Columbus, so be sure to check them out at 380-208-4544.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day. My furnace stopped working. Your competition said it's fried. When I saw their cost to replace it, I could have just died.
We can give a second opinion, give you options and advice. We'll strive to earn your trust and make you a client for life.
Get a free second opinion. Replace or repair.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Your game day headquarters is here at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, the only place to watch and win. Catch every play on more than 30 TVs and over 50 feet of video wall. Score tickets, signed professional and college sports memorabilia, and pen cash prizes. Join the watch parties for every home team game with a tailgate buffet and bucket specials. Plus, get official game day swag with every table reservation. Game day lives here, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Thanksgiving is about family, gratitude, and connection, not spending hours in the kitchen. This year, let Bob Evans make the meal so you can make the memories. Bob Evans Farmhouse Feasts have everything you need, from slow-roasted turkey and hickory smoked ham to all the classic sides and pies you love. Each feast comes packed cold, ready to heat, serve, and enjoy together at home. Perfect for gatherings of any size. Order yours today for delivery or curbside pickup at bobevans.com, because Thanksgiving is better together. From Bob Evans.
Wake up and laugh with the Bob and Tom Show on the Fan 2.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
It says here they've won 5 Marconi Awards. I can't even spell Marconi. The Fan 2, Columbus's home of the Bob and Tom Show. It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
So we got a lot coming up on the station today. Shelley time with Jody Shelley. That'll be on Bishop and Friends, 9:45 this morning. So if you want to hear a little more Jackets conversation, we just talked with Dean Evison. He told us Jet Greaves going to start, 3rd game in a row for Jet in net. So something to keep an eye on there. But yeah, Shelley time will be at 9:45 with Bishop and Friends. Noon to 1 p.m., the Ryan Day Show will be on these airwaves. And then 1 to 3, Rothman and Ice. At 2:30 today, Dennis' favorite time, 2:30. They have Gold Jacket Thursday with Earl Campbell. And Tyvis, when I said that to you, you said what?
What?
When I said it's Earl Campbell, you
said the Earl Campbell?
It is Gold Jacket Thursday. It is Hall of Famer Earl Campbell joining them. So, very cool stuff there. Nice to hear.
Yeah, they talk to real Hall of Famers on their show.
That's the Gold Jacket Thursday thing. That's what they do. And
Earl Campbell.
Yeah, 2:30 on Rothman and Ice. So make sure you don't miss that. That's a big deal.
Well, how about that?
How about that? That's great.
All I know is I want me some glory holes.
I want me some glory holes.
I mean, I don't know why, but good to know. That's fine. Good. Thank you for sharing. Anything else you want to share with the group before I move on? No?
Well, you shared with us that Doritos, was it a Super Bowl commercial? That it was practically a glory hole commercial?
Yeah.
I don't know if people remember that. I had forgotten about it. I don't know if I needed reminded about it, but T-Bone reminded us.
I sent you guys in the group chat.
Wild. That was wild.
There were these guys sitting eating Doritos, and they're going to wipe their fingers off, and the guy says, no, don't do that. Just stick it in the hole there, and it'll clean your hands off. It only works with Doritos, though. And the guy sticks his finger in the hole, and it comes back out clean. He goes, oh, that's great. Eats some more Doritos. Does it again. They go to the other side of the wall, and there's just a guy sitting at his computer, and every time a finger comes through, he just licks it.
Yeah, that's great. I've seen some wild advertised. That's got to be like top 5.
It was up there.
They really pushing it.
Can you imagine being the actor? That's like, all right, hey, well, you got this role. It's going to be for a Super Bowl commercial. Nationwide exposure for you as an actor. It's like, great, what do I have to do? Well, they're going to
That was a Super Bowl commercial?
Yeah, they're going to stick a finger through this hole. You got to lick it.
They out of line.
Yeah.
Doritos out of line.
Hey, that's fine. Good. You know what? They could advertise something else coming through that hole, and I'd still be like, whatever. I love Doritos. Okay. Michigan State gets a 3-year probation, 14 wins forfeited from recent seasons. Their head coach, whose name is Jonathan Smith. What a dumb name that is. Anyway, that guy, not in trouble, but he loses all of his Big Ten wins, essentially, because last year was his first year. He has 5 wins. They're all vacated now, all those Big Ten wins. So he is technically hasn't won this year in the Big Ten. Jonathan Smith has not won a game in the Big Ten now because of this ruling, technically. But the bigger concern
messed up.
That sucks for that guy. He had nothing to do with that. He just took the job because Mel Tucker got fired. So Mel Tucker is fired for, his apparently, allegedly, harassing someone on the phone and or other things that I will let you leave to your imagination. But he got fired for cause. He is suing the school, saying, I shouldn't have been fired for cause. Well, they can throw this on the lawsuit heap, I'm guessing, and say, well, they also fired you because you committed NCAA recruiting violations. So, yeah, you don't like Michigan State at all. You hate Michigan State.
I can't stand. The only person I got respect for is Magic Johnson, Draymond Green, and Tom Izzo. That's it. Everybody else, GTH.
You know what? I'm going to say Tom Izzo, overrated.
Wow.
Yeah, you know why?
He's a great guy.
No, I'm sure.
I don't all the coaches coaching aside.
He's got that one championship. He's great.
He still has the one championship.
I know he does. No, I just decided we can just say random things now in sports. We could, like, Dan Orlovsky is out there saying that, like, Kevin Stefanski's this tremendous coach. So I can just make stuff up. I can just say that Tom Izzo's overrated and he's no good. I can say that.
Kevin Stefanski is fine. I think he's just ran his course in Cleveland.
Did you see Dan Orlovsky talking about him like Dan Orlovsky's treating him like he's won 3 Super Bowls and like, I can't believe Browns fans even want to get rid of this guy. He's great. No, he's not.
I just think I think it's ran his course. I think that I don't know if they respond to him like they used to.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's part of the gig.
But that's a thing though, right? Isn't that a thing you have to take into account when you're evaluating if a head coach is getting the job done? Like, I have my questions about whether or not he is still a great X's and O's guy, because most of the quarterbacks he's had, he has not been able to get a ton out of them. And anytime he gets a little bit of sustained success, it feels like the league suddenly catches up to him. But I'm willing to bet that maybe if Kevin Stefanski got a job just as an offensive coordinator, he could get back to being a great coordinator, calling great plays, making an offense good. I don't think he's cut out for head coach. I think that's clear.
He said competent quarterback play equals 11 wins. Outside of Baker Mayfield, the quarterbacks have been an injured Watson, Case Keenum, Nick Mullins, Jacoby Brissett, injured Watson / not what he used to be, DTR, PJ Walker, or Phillip, as I like to say, Jeff Driscoll, Jameis, Bailey Zappi, Dylan Gabriel. He forgot Joe Flacco. With the wide receiver group that's been bottom 10 in the NFL, not going to win much in that. Don't care if that's Andy Reid. What I heard out of all that is fire Andrew Berry.
Okay, but
that's what I got out of that tweet.
Was it a bottom 10 receiver group when he had Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry?
Yeah, it kind of sucked still.
Why? Because, like, again, maybe those guys...
Wasn't the year before that they both had 1,000 yards receiving?
Right.
With Freddie Kitchens?
Perhaps what I'm saying is maybe Kevin Stefanski's offense is part of why they began their decline. Maybe it's also because those guys were getting older and starting to fade away. But the idea that, like, they've never had any wide receivers there, that's not true. Amari Cooper, when he came there, was pretty good when he first got there, right? And then they moved on from him. But no, I can't... This idea that Kevin Stefanski has just never had anybody good, he also kind of undercuts Dan Orlovsky. I'm sorry, I went from Michigan State to now Dan Orlovsky sucks. But since we're here, I'm just going to point out Dan Orlovsky's bringing up, oh, yeah, he had Deshaun Watson when he was bad. Deshaun Watson, when he was healthy, was bad. That's a problem. Is that just because we have a guy who can't play quarterback now? Maybe. But also, I think it has something to do with the offense. I don't like the excuse making for Kevin Stefanski. Why do all these NFL people who are going to fly in, talk about the Browns for 5 minutes, and then fly away and never think about them again, why do they have to lecture Browns fans on how we have to enjoy this guy who we watch day in and day out, week in and week out, every single year has done this the last few years? We've gotten to a point now where we're sick and tired of it. And that's not wrong for Browns fans to feel that way. Don't stop lecturing me, Dan Orlovsky. And I'll tie this back to Michigan State. You know how? Because another guy who used to do that is Tom Izzo. Tom Izzo would come in here when Chris Holtmann was coaching and say, you Buckeye fans don't know how good you have it. Chris Holtmann's a great coach. And we would all say, what basketball games are you watching, Tom Izzo? Shut up and leave us alone.
While we're on the Browns, let's end it on this note that we want to send thoughts and prayers up to Bernie as he underwent 2 aggressive procedures to stop internal bleeding and as he awaits a liver transplant that has been delayed. So,
Bernie Kosar has, he was supposed to get a liver transplant this weekend, was he not?
Yeah.
And they said that something happened.
I think he said it was infected. The liver was infected. So he can't use that.
So they're still waiting, but he got some blood treatments yesterday. They said trying to help him out. So yes, thoughts to Bernie, and hopefully he can, get the transplant he needs, because obviously, yeah, he was a great all-time, whether or not he's a great player or not, it doesn't matter, but he was. But regardless, he's a human being who I don't wish anything like that to happen to anyone, so I hope that he gets better as soon as possible. Some bad news for a big-time NFL rookie. Details next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still no crashes or incidents for our folks in and around the metro this morning, but I do want to check in on those in our northwest corner by Plain City and Dublin. If you're making your way downtown, 33 eastbound getting a little bit slower out there, passing 161 and getting closer to 270 out there. But hey, some better news this morning. If you're getting past that area, maybe taking 270 northbound, looking pretty average for your drive times there, 66 miles per hour. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Bills piling up? CME can help you wrap up your debt into one simple, manageable signature loan with rates starting as low as 8.75% APR. Instead of juggling stacks of statements, let CME help you unwrap peace of mind this season. APR from 8.75%. Terms and eligibility apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit CMEFCU.org.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
It's Black Friday all month long with low lease payments on every model starting at $99 a month for a 2026 Elantra. Plus get owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, these savings are so good. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus access fees, first month payment, and 10 miles per year ends 12/1.
Give me a mountain with lots to do. Give me the sunshine. Give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. All I need is sunshine and a cool, refreshing Mountain Dew. So give me my good friends. Give me a dew.
Grab some friends and an ice-cold Mountain Dew today.
Mountain Dew.
Buckeyes, the 2025 football season is here, and that means three things: football, game day, and smooth Jameson whiskey. Whether you're catching the game at home, at your neighborhood bar, or soaking up the team spirit at a tailgate, Jameson Ginger and Lime and Ohio State Athletics are a winning combo. So cheers to making game days even better with the official whiskey of the fans. Jameson, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Taste responsibly. Jameson Irish Whiskey, product of Ireland. 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2025, imported by John Jameson Import Company, New York, New York.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
Things are going to be busy between now and the end of the year. You got holiday gatherings, school functions for the kids, families are getting together. I know. Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and the last thing you want to worry about this holiday season is whether your roof is going to make it through another Ohio winter. One call to Victor's Home Solutions, my guys, to schedule that free 21-point roof inspection will put your mind at ease, and you want to have a peaceful mind. A highly trained roof inspector will carefully examine every inch of that roof, checking the 21 most common areas of roofing failure. Then they go over their results with you and discuss your options going forward. Most of the time, problems can be fixed with a minor repair, but if it's time for a new roof, Victor's offers money-saving discounts and financing terms to make paying easy. And don't forget, they're so confident in their skilled installers, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. So call or go online and schedule the free 21-point roof inspection today. 866-VICTORS or online at victors.com. Timmy Hall and AI Common Man again for Hollywood Casino Columbus.
We've got game day watch parties every Saturday, plus your chance to earn big bucks. Mikey Likey.
I like it. You can earn tier points by playing all throughout November, and on Black Friday, you can win up to $100,000.
And you good, clean boys and girls can drop off a non-perishable food item every Tuesday and win up to $5,000 in Penn slot play.
Become a new member of our rewards program on the Penn Play app and get a $20 dining credit. Doggies. Must be 21 and over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of the biggest reasons people get new windows, Wilson, is that old windows make for an uncomfortable house with crazy high roller coaster energy bills.
Leslie, people love being uncomfortable on roller coasters. The ups, the downs, the gurgling in your stomach because you had 5 corn dogs before getting on.
Did that happen to you, Wilson?
What? No.
Get the windows that can completely change the look and feel of your home. at PellaColumbus.com.
Do you suffer every time you try to wear good-looking shoes, but you don't want to wear ugly shoes just because they're comfortable? The Good Feet store wants to help you wear heels, boots, and dress shoes again in comfort. Trade in your bad feet for good feet.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Active military or veteran planning your next career move? Columbus State's engineering technology programs prepare you for a career in Columbus's fastest growing fields. Our veteran services team will help you maximize your benefits and connect to a supportive community. Apply at cscc.edu/engineering tech.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Cavaliers lost to the Miami Heat on a demoralizing Andrew Wiggins buzzer beater dunk on Monday. Well, the Cavs had a chance for redemption last night as they traveled to Miami to play the Heat for the second time in 3 days. Despite not having Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, or Evan Mobley, Cleveland beat Miami 130-116. Jared Allen had 30 points and 10 rebounds in the victory. Up next, the Cavs host the Raptors tonight at 7 o'clock. The Columbus Blue Jackets are back on the ice tonight. They'll take on the Edmonton Oilers at Nationwide Arena. As always, you can catch all the action right here on The Fan. Game coverage tonight starts at 7. This update was brought to you by Germain Toyota, the best selection of new and used cars in Central Ohio. View their full selection of vehicles online at germaintoyota.net.
The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. You can also find the podcast of this very show. Just go to wherever you get your podcast. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis, and then click on that. Add it, save it, like it, whatever you have to do on your particular app. Follow it, and then you'll get it every single day right to your device, free of charge. And hear all of our stupidity. If you missed our conversation with Dean Evison, we talked with him earlier in the show. You can hear all that. He confirmed that Jet Greaves will start tonight in net for the Jackets. That game is at 7:30. Coverage starts at 7 right here on The Fan. That'll be 3 games in a row, like I said, for Jet Greaves. So this is some bad news for an NFL rookie. Travis Hunter tore his LCL in practice. Now he is out for the season. Liam Cohen, head coach there, Mr. Duval, was asked if they will try to stop playing him on both sides of the football. He said that discussion is premature. But Tyvis, I ask you, I don't think that necessarily has anything to do with what happened to him here, but do you think they will stop trying to make that happen? Last outing he had, I think, as wide receiver, he went over 100 yards.
Yeah, he had his best receiving game in the NFL, and it was actually pretty nice. And I want to say, was they playing the Chargers, maybe? No.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
No, was it the Rams? It might have been the Rams.
Was it the Rams in London?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because he actually, the funny thing is, in that particular game, he did well at receiver, but then also had some reps against Devontae Adams where he strapped him up. So I think that's one of it's his career is going to go like this, and it's a decision that he has to make. Are you trying to do you want 2 to 3 really good years, or do you want 8, 9 year, 10 career? That's kind of what it comes down to, because to be honest with you, he could do something that's never been done where he can be really good on both sides and be very productive on both sides of the ball for 2 to 3 years. But that is a lot. That means your body is doing double of what any other player's body is taking. And you see how quick the NFL shelf life is to begin with. Some people only get 3 to 4 years if you're undrafted. You only get so some people,
or if you go out on Thursday Night Football and show up John Gruden's offense and shut it down, you get cut the next day.
Oh yeah,
my
wife says she died laughing at that last part of that whole video.
If you didn't see it, just go to Bone and Tyvis 971 on Twitter. You can see a video of Tyvis breaking down some of his best plays when he was with the Niners.
Back-to-back plays with the Niners.
Great.
First NFL and only NFL start.
Yeah.
And I got cut after that
It's
game.
it's a minute and a half of like what happens. I put this on Twitter. It's pretty much what happens every break here. Whenever we hit commercial break, Tyvis is like, look at my highlights. Get over here. And I'm just like, again? Okay, I guess I will, Tyvis. Oh, look, yeah, you caught the interception against Alabama. That's great.
Whatever.
I've seen more Tyvis high school highlights than I thought we would. I was like, Tyvis, this guy plays in the NFL. He's not going to send us his high school
it's
tape.
all the time.
Yes, he will.
I had to open up a Huddle account just to watch all this stuff. It's crazy.
I'm on the bigger things now. Like now I'm showing everybody my versatility of the athlete that I am, shooting for 40 feet and stuff like that. trying to figure out how I'm going to follow that up this Saturday with what I'm going to do.
Where are you going this Saturday?
Illinois.
I was trying to think.
I'm talking to Peja Stojakovic's son.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, I forgot his son plays there.
Yeah.
Man.
I want his dad. Let's do a shoot-off with his dad.
Like, that's nice, son.
You
Where's
don't
your
want
dad?
that smoke.
Yeah, Peja Stojakovic. That was Kings, right? Sacramento
yes.
Kings with, I just forgot about
Mike
this.
Bibby.
I saw Doug Christie's the head coach at Sacramento. I completely forgot about
that. Was Chris Webber with them?
Yes, that's the whole crew.
That was the crew right there.
Is that the team that was about to beat the Lakers?
Yes, that is the one that feels like they got robbed against the Lakers.
That's the one that Tim Donaghy, the referee in that series, is like, oh, yeah, we threw that. Like, we 100% threw that series.
No, well, that's the Robert Horry shot, right?
Yeah, but there were, if you...
Oh, was that Portland?
Well, I don't remember. I thought it was Robert Horry that.
He had a couple big shots.
The shot.
Yes.
The one where Shaq missed it, Kobe missed it, and then tipped back to Robert Horry. He said, let me show you how to do this. Cash.
Are you calling him Robert Horry? Because that's definitely not his name. Although I like that name.
He's a porn star.
Robert Horry. I think is how you say it. But all I know is with that, on that, one more thing with that, they were mad that game about all the refereeing decisions going against them, all the officiating against them. So then when it came out later that Tim Donaghy was like, oh, yeah, definitely that series was cooked 100%. People bought into that, whether that's real or not, or if that's just Tim Donaghy trying to sell books and trying to clear his own name. That is that's definitely what he said about that series.
I have a video of Peja Stojakovic that always pops up on my timeline, and I send it to my friend Peyton every single time. He threw the most disgusting full court behind the back outlet pass. Peja
Stojakovic.
I'll send it to you. A disgusting full court behind the back.
Yeah.
Accurate.
He was nice.
Everyone wanted to act like he was just a shooter. Nah.
He was a great player. No, I enjoyed him very much.
He said it was disgusting.
I'm going to send it to you if you can't find it.
Here go right here. Best pass ever.
This is good for the radio. Just play the video and watch it. And let us know what you're saying.
He put some. Usually when you throw it behind the pass, it's kind of like loafed it out there.
Yeah, don't have any sauce on it.
It did. It had some steam coming off of it for sure. By the way, speaking of, I don't know, I thought somewhere you said something about something that wasn't good. Maybe not. Either way, let's just change subjects. Eli Drinkwitz. I can't stand this man.
This was all about Travis Hunter.
Yes, that's what we're done with him. He's hurt. No, he's hurt. He's injured. He's not going to be a two-way player.
I don't even know how we transitioned from Travis Hunter to Peja.
You started talking about Peja Stojakovic's son, and we just moved on. Look, it doesn't matter. The point is Travis Hunter's dead, and maybe he'll play again someday. And if he does, they're going to probably maybe play him two ways, but who cares? We'll get to that next year. Let me move on to this because Eli Drinkwitz has me pissed off. This is Eli Drinkwitz, the head coach of Missouri.
They said Penn State moved on there. They trying to get him.
They should after this quote. Listen to this idiot talk about how, we don't need, because now his team's out of the playoffs, and suddenly he's like, you know what, playoffs guys, they're overrated.
I know we got a chance this week to play for a rock and play for the seniors, and there's always something to play for. I talked about this in the SEC Media Days, okay? We got to get out of this. Oh, man, it's playoffs or bust. Yes, again, we're shooting for the moon. We're going to put our whole self into that. But only 12 teams make the playoffs, and we put ourselves in position in November to be there. Okay, didn't get it done. I got that. But if the season only counts for 12 football teams, and we got 127 Division I playing football teams, that math's not going to math very well.
Hey, man.
You know what this sounds like?
What, a loser? Yes. What's it sound like, Tyvis?
This is similar to what Giannis was saying when that reporter asked him, is this season a failure? Yeah, you didn't win it all. Yes, it was a failure.
That's right.
I don't know why. This is the most loser mentality I've ever heard in my life. Yes, if you don't win it all, the season was a waste.
Well, I agree with Giannis, and I agree with Eli Drinkwitz.
You're on something.
What is there to agree
So the
with?
thing with Giannis was that, Michael Jordan, he played 15 seasons and won 6 rings. Were the other 11 pointless failures?
Yes.
I would like to think that the answer is no.
No,
Go ask
they
Michael
are.
Jordan. He would say they were.
They are.
No, don't get me wrong. I understand Giannis's bigger point is you can accomplish a lot of things, and we're just going to say the whole season didn't matter, even though, maybe I had a great individual season. Maybe I improved. Maybe you as a human being did a lot of good things. That's all fine. But we're talking about fans caring about their team, watching their team. To go to that level, yeah. I mean, when they have an all-time great like Giannis, they want to see their team win.
So
Eli Drinkwitz, Missouri has Eli Drinkwitz getting, I don't know, $7-8 million a year, whatever he's getting paid. They had expectations of being a dark horse candidate for the playoffs. They've had injuries, but they also got beat when they didn't have injuries, and they didn't get the job done. I think it's okay for Missouri fans to say, that sucks and I'm disappointed. That I don't not fire the coach, not anything else like that, but this sucks and I'm disappointed we didn't make the playoffs. That's real. That's fair.
You know what, T-Bone? I have a lot of respect for you. I think you're a little hypocritical for this take. Okay. Because you're someone who says how much you love college football and how much you love it more than the NFL. This culture that we're going towards in college football is like, you know what? Only the teams at the top matter, and later for everybody else in college football. Like he said, all the 120-something teams that don't make it, their seasons don't matter. The only seasons that matter are the ones that result in college football playoff bids. And what about the love and joy for the traditions of college football? What happened to all that stuff that you preach about all the time? And now the new age, new college football playoff is the only thing that matters in college football. And if your team don't make it, then your team sucks. And they shouldn't have even played this year.
You must be talking about Tebow.
Yes, I am.
I'm about to say, because what you're saying is a fact. I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. That's why people left bowl games. That's why all the players were like, oh, we ain't playing for it all. I'm out of here.
You know,
that's why 2015 at Ohio State is considered a failure. Let's
get rid of 75 to 100 college football programs.
They don't matter.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Okay. If that's your take, then fine.
Yes.
Then okay.
You finally are seeing the light. Yes.
No, Dylan, honestly, here's the thing.
Maction don't need it.
No, I didn't say it. No, listen. You're not understanding the point here, because you can have the MAC. And I agree. If you are at Eddie George at Bowling Green, I've been following their season. Guess what? Not going great. Sucks. He's won 3 games. But I can understand if Eddie George says our success next year, the year after, is not going to be measured on if we win a national championship. But certainly his success is going to be, can we win the MAC? Right? Because that's the level they're at. That's fine. But a program like Missouri, which has not been a perennial dominating program like Bama or Georgia, but they've raised the expectations there. Eli Drinkwitz's name is getting mentioned for some of those big jobs. If I'm one of those jobs now, I'm looking at this quote where he's like, oh, man, the math don't math. If we ain't winning, what's a big deal? I'd say you're right, the math doesn't math. Let me take some zeros off that paycheck I was going to give you, because you know what? I don't think you've experienced something that they have at Alabama and at Georgia and at Texas and at Penn State and Ohio State. You, buddy, have never met the lunatic fringe. Because you damn sure aren't saying that around places where they win. You're not, oh, man, let's just have fun. Hey, we're going to play for the Rock this weekend. Yeah. Shut up, idiot. Go stay there in Missouri. Go to Columbia, the worst city in America, and just stay there the rest of your life.
Well, you know what? If it was up to the lunatic fringe, who would Ohio State's head coach be right now? Who knows?
Excuse me. The lunatic fringe always said, unless he can win a national championship, fire his ass. And then guess what Ryan Day said? Ryan Day said, bet! And then he won a national championship. So, Dylan, to you and all the other people who are a little too soft out there, you're welcome for the national championship, courtesy of the Lunatic Fringe. You're welcome, buddy. There we go. We're going to try to answer some big questions in college football that don't have to do with losers like Eli Drinkwitz. Coming up next, T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Wednesday morning to you. We are noticing our first crash of our morning, and it's happening in our southeast corner by Groveport. The 2 left lanes are currently blocked on 33, that eastbound direction, just passing that 270 northbound intersection because of a crash out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've hit your medical deductible, now's the time to see Dr. Mark Levy. Get a custom oral appliance that stops snoring and helps you ditch that CPAP and pay less out of pocket. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com before the year ends.
Columbus. Henry Cho is bringing his Empty Nest tour to the Speaker Joanne Davidson Theater on Friday, November 14th.
Hey, Columbus, Ohio. Henry Cho here. Get your tickets now. New material. See you there.
Tickets are available at Kappa.com.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Remember that rush you got as a kid ripping open your favorite pack of cards? Well, guess what? You can feel it again at Midwest Cards. Right next to Nationwide Arena, this place is a collector's dream with thousands of packs from all eras. Chase that Ken Griffey Jr. rookie, pull a rare Michael Jordan, or even hit your favorite Pokemon and relive that childhood thrill. Plus, you can shop their pack wall, kick back in their roomy sports lounge, or even bring in your old cards to sell or trade. Get to Midwest Cards today and tell them T-Bone sent you.
At Meijer, we're working hard to make this year's Thanksgiving a good deal better. Meijer frozen turkey is just 39 cents per pound with M-Perks. Limit 1 per customer, no clipping necessary. Save even more with Meijer brand hot deals all season long, like Meijer cut green beans and whole kernel corn, just 49 cents a can. Meijer turkey stuffing mix is 99 cents. And cans of both Meijer cranberry sauce and pure pumpkin are just $1.09 each. Delicious deals and a Thanksgiving meal to remember. That's the good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing. 614-NEW-ROOF. NewmanRoofing.com.
2 years ago, Bobby Carpenter completed treatments for knee pain at QC Kinetics. So we're checking in with the former college and pro football player to see how he's doing.
I've been asked a lot, like, how long does this last? How long does it work? I go, I've had mine for a couple of years, and everything feels very good. It feels just as good as it did when I started to turn the corner.
Bobby's an active husband, dad, and business owner. That's why 2 years ago, he heard about QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative treatments, and he knew he could trust them for his chronic knee pain.
And thankfully, with QC Kinetics, I was able to go through this, and my activities are the same as it was. I'm able to coach my kids in sports. I can play golf. I can go run.
QC Kinetics patients like Bobby don't miss a beat. No surgery or rehab, just freedom from debilitating joint pain. Ready for lasting relief from joint pain? Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation and see if you're a good candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Don't let your insurance benefits go to waste. End the year sleeping better with Dr. Mark Levy's oral appliance. No mask, no noise, just results. Hurry, deductibles reset soon. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com today.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
Our public schools serve 90% of Ohio students in safe, welcoming learning environments where experienced professional educators are dedicated to helping each child learn, grow, and thrive. We need your help. Please tell your lawmakers to support public education in Ohio.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means you pick your wager. Will it be $1, $2, a crisp $20? Your call. Like picking your own numbers? Use any inspiration you like. Birthdays, jersey numbers, you name it. And if you don't feel like choosing, there's the Super Quick Auto Pick. With regular promotions that'll get you more bang for your Keno buck, multiple ways to win, prizes galore, and live draws every few minutes, anytime is the right time to get in on the Keno action. Keno is always fun, your way. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Mostly clear and breezy this morning, so our feels like could be into the 20s for many of us. As we go into the afternoon, though, it will be a dry day with mostly sunny skies and highs in the 50s, but breezy winds will make it feel like we're in the upper 40s. And then for tonight, mostly clear overnight again with lows right around freezing and a lot less wind. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
The Big 9 was was a sad, incomplete place. Enter Ohio State. The rest is history. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan. Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Hello? Oh, there we go. You remember that first time you failed to perform in the bedroom? You probably just laughed it off. No big deal. But then it happened a second, third, or even more. Now you know it's a problem. If this is happening to you, please go see my people at Tri-State Men's Health because they have treatments when the pills and the herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some of these treatments can have you last an hour or more. So make sure you tell the significant other to stretch and put their hair up because it's going to be a long night. There are 6 locations located in the great state of Ohio, 2 of them in Columbus. 1 is in Hilliard. The next one is in Westerville. Schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is $99, which includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a TMPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. So please call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
Tell them about it, JoJo.
I mean, I should turn my microphone on. I like the instructions there of like, this is where the hair goes. Might want to do some calisthenics beforehand.
That's right.
It's going to be, there we go.
There's some women that like that.
It's going to be a long night.
That's fine. Yeah. What if your partner has short hair though? Then do you still have to put your hair up or you just leave it?
No, just stretch. Okay, you just need to stretch.
What if they're a gymnast? What if you're married to an Olympian?
Even gymnasts stretch before?
What if you said cheetahs never have to stretch?
That's right.
Okay, what if you're married to a cheetah?
The person that's on the tri-state is the cheetah.
What if
it's like they the gazelle.
What if what if it's 2 cheetahs together? You never know.
They're going to be the gazelle that night.
No, I guess there's always got to be one, right? Sure enough. All right. Well, there you go. I like more Animal Planet stuff coming up. We'll talk all about how different. I need to figure out what I am in bed. That's not because I don't think anybody would call me a cheetah or a gazelle. I have been described as a bear before, but I don't think
All right, class, take your seats. Welcome to your weekend pop quiz featuring the biggest questions in college football.
All right, so we're going to do this a little different this weekend because there are some good games. We can get into them and break them all down, but I want to know how many Big Ten teams we think are getting into the playoffs because, one, Dylan and I are kind of at odds on this. I'm at a point, Tyvis, I guess you're kind of on Dylan's side, I think, where I'm not.
He's like, I don't want to be on this side.
I don't even know what side he's on.
Okay. I'm starting to get to a point with the Big Ten, and I've been here in years past, but this year I thought maybe it is a little bit different. I think the SEC is overrated. I've watched a lot of SEC football. However, I don't know that you can have mutually exclusive things. I think the SEC is overrated. I also think the Big Ten just flat out has a bunch of programs who have not gotten the job done. And I'm wondering, do we care as Buckeye fans, not as Big Ten fans, but as Buckeye fans, do we care how many Big Ten teams get into the playoffs?
As a Buckeye fan, strictly as a Buckeye fan, I hope no other Big Ten team get in except all SEC schools. You know why? Because this will be the final nail in the coffin for them to say, well, if Ohio State played in the SEC, they take a bunch of losses too. So I want them to play all SEC schools in the CFP, beat them all, and then that's it. Like, you can't say anything else to us.
And then it'll be 2-time defending national champs, ran through the SEC. What do you have to say? All of college football bows down to Ohio State. Okay. I like that mentality.
Okay, but in a real world where 11 teams don't make the college football playoff from the SEC, you don't care how many.
Says you right now, maybe not. I don't know.
It's not mathematically possible, but you don't care? It doesn't matter to you, Tyvis, if any other Big Ten schools make it?
No.
Okay. I mean, Dylan, I get your point there. I'm not all the way to Tyvis' level. It's like, I don't need any of them. But I like what your head's at.
You said as a Buckeye fan.
Yeah.
As a Buckeye fan, bleep them.
Well, bleep it, right. I don't care.
I don't care about that. I just need Ohio State to be in the dance.
All right.
Well, to me, I just don't want to hear it / read it because here's what I think the realistic number is for the Big Ten this year, and it's 3.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, well, if USC beats Oregon, USC might knock Oregon out of the playoff. And then our other hope for Big Ten fans is if Michigan beats Ohio State.
No,
which none of us here wants that.
No.
So barring that, I feel like the answer is only 3. You might see the SEC get 5. You might see the SEC get 6. And what are we going to read on Twitter all the time? Oh, man, the SEC has twice as many playoff teams as the Big Ten, and this is why it's better. This is why Ohio State's overrated. They don't play anybody.
That's exactly why my theory is I don't want none of the Big Ten. I want it to be just Ohio State versus 11 SEC schools. I hope 11 SEC schools get in so they can run through the entire SEC, and there's nothing that a SEC, only thing they'll be able to say after that is, well, the depth of our conference is better.
That is what they would say.
Fine.
Enjoy that.
Great. But the best team, don't give me that, if Ohio State had to play an SEC schedule and play the teams they played, they wouldn't be as good. I don't want to hear that no more because for the ring, for the championship, they ran through 3 other SEC schools. I don't want to hear it. There's nothing you can say to me about SEC and versus Ohio State.
Well, I'm
with Jermaine Matthews. We run that.
All right, let's pretend like we live in the real world where there are going to be a number of Big Ten schools probably getting in. What's the number we think? Because I agree, Dylan, that it's probably 3. OSU, Indiana, both in pretty much nothing they could do at this point in their seasons to not be in, right? They're going to be in there. Oregon is sitting at 5-1. They are number 8 overall, 8-1 in their record. However, their one loss is to Indiana by 10. So so far, resume-wise, they're in. No questions asked. However, they play Minnesota this week, USC the following week, and wrap it up with their kind of rivalry game at Washington, which won't necessarily be easy. But that USC game looms large. If Oregon doesn't get that job done in 2 weeks, the 2-loss Oregon team, I think, is a lot harder to see getting in the playoffs, right? That could be a very big problem. So if you want to see at least 3 teams getting in, Oregon probably needs to win out and just look dominant in those last 3 games, including at USC. Meanwhile, for USC, they're 5-1, 7-2 overall. Their losses are to Illinois with that last-minute botch of a game that they had. They should have won, and they lost at 34-32. And then Notre Dame, they lost to by 10. Both those were on the road, so that does help their cause. Their final 3 games, Iowa this weekend, at Oregon next weekend, UCLA to close it out. If USC beats Iowa and Oregon, they probably could sneak their way into the playoffs, right? Couldn't you see that? A 2-loss Big Ten team with those wins?
You talking about USC?
Yeah.
USC absolutely can get in.
If they win those 2 games, but then that
it would mess up Oregon.
Probably does.
So you still only would get 3.
Yeah. Like you said.
The only way we're getting 4 is if the team up north beat Ohio State.
And that's exactly where we're headed next. They're 5-1, 7-2 overall. Their losses are, of course, to Oklahoma on the road, 24-13, and USC 31-13. I like how in their losses they can only manage 13 points. Let's hope that trend continues in a few weekends up in Ann Arbor. But their final 3 games, they are playing at Northwestern. That game is at Wrigley this weekend. They are at Maryland, so they should. If they don't blow out Maryland, that's going to be kind of surprising. And then OSU, of course, to close it out. So we are not rooting for Michigan to get to the playoffs, clearly. Then Iowa's the only other team, I guess, with a theoretical outside shot. 4-2, 6-3 overall. Their losses are to Iowa State, bad. Indiana, not so bad, but still not great. And then Oregon, just last week by 2 points. They finish up with USC this weekend, Michigan State, and at Nebraska. I see no scenario where Iowa gets in. Do you disagree?
No, I don't. I think they got 3 losses. I
can't see that. Yeah. Even if they won out and won by 20, which insert your laugh here with Iowa scoring points in
They
games.
needed that Oregon. They needed that Oregon, and then they would have beat USC. Because if they would have beat Oregon, you talking about them moving from, I think they were 19th last week or something like that. You're talking about them moving potentially to like 12.
Yeah, they would have been very much in the discussion.
And then they would have beat USC next week.
If that happens.
If that would have happened, that's another ranked opponent.
Yeah.
Like now you're moving them up maybe into the top 10. So like that would have solidified.
They blew it last week in the rain. That's a sad thing. One other quick thing. Oklahoma, Alabama this weekend. That's 11 at 4. And then number 10, Texas at number 5, UGA. I think Buckeye fans obviously want to see Texas keep winning because that looks good for us.
Mm-hmm.
However, if they do that, that's another Georgia, that would be another team that now has 2 losses in the SEC. They're full of 2-loss teams. And I think if you get a whole squad of SEC teams that all have like 2 losses, they're going to justify putting in like 6 of them You know what I mean? Because they're going to say, well, they're all kind of the same with their 2 losses. It's such a tough conference. There's a part of me that sees if Georgia and Bama and Texas A&M just win out the rest of their games, maybe I can't remember if that's even possible. But I'm just saying,
it is, except for the SEC championship.
Right.
You know
I'm just
how
saying,
much it would
maybe
make,
that just makes it 3, and then barely they get a 4th one in possibly.
You know how much it'd make me smile if Ohio State and Indiana ran through the SEC?
It would be. I mean, I can care less about Indiana doing it, but to your point, it would be hilarious.
First of all, if it goes like this, if Ohio State plays Indiana and Ohio State embarrasses them in the Big Ten championship, like beat them by 10+ points, and then Indiana goes out there and beats some SEC schools in the playoffs, it's done.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's done. I don't want to hear it no more about them. You can sell me on the depth of the conference. I will hear you on that. But as far as best, stop it.
It'd be over.
Yeah.
John Rhodes, Big Ten Huddle podcast. He'll join us in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, traffic really starting to pick up for friends in the north side, especially by Worthington, Powell, and even Westerville this morning. 315 southbound, not looking too good, dropping to 35 miles per hour as you're heading towards Linworth this morning. Even 270 eastbound dropping when it comes to travel times this morning. A lot more people on the roads. Hey, some better news, though. If you're going southbound, your drive time 71 south between Frank Road and 270 will only take you 2 minutes this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by Hydrate Me Med Spa. Next level wellness, 5-star IV and aesthetic treatments. Look great, feel great. 4 locations in Central Ohio. Book your drip at hydratememedspa.com.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? This sports report is brought to you by Bet365. When it comes to sportsbooks, Bet365 has it all. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be located in Ohio.
The long goodbye begins. A very special evening with Journey. Final Frontier Tour. March 16th, Nationwide Arena. Journey. Tickets on sale Friday, November 14th at 10 a.m. at journeymusic.com. Your chance to say goodbye to the songs that changed our lives. Journey. Final Frontier Tour. Dormar, you're kind of hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
2 men with 5 combined offspring. None of them have penises. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Also, the YouTube chat always going. YouTube.com. Just go click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right there in the chat. Don't forget, Bishop and Friends coming up at 9 a.m. They will talk to Jody Shelley about some Jackets time. Shelley time is at 9:45 this morning. Jackets play at 7:30 tonight against Edmonton. All the coverage right here on the Fan. But now joining us, the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline, John Rhodes from the Big Ten Huddle podcast. Talk a little Big Ten football, private equity deal. JR, good to talk to you this morning. Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
So I'll put all my cards on the table. I'm not a big fan of this private equity idea from the Big Ten. I know a lot of people who follow college football seem to kind of be in that boat too. You seem to be one of the people that I've seen online who's not as negative on it. If anything, you seem a little more positive on it. What are you seeing about this private equity deal for the Big Ten where they would be, giving up some control in the long term for some short-term finances? What do you see about that makes you positive about it?
Yeah, it's definitely not all positive. I definitely understand people's questions about it and not, maybe liking every single part of it. But I do think there's some misconceptions about it. And one of those things is that a lot of people do kind of keep calling it that private equity. Now, of course, there is money being infused into the conference and, payouts to the teams and stuff. And so that does fit that bill. But the different part of this that makes it more of an investment and not so much private equity is that none of these teams in the conference is not going to owe the UC Investments anything. That's the investor in this. A private equity deal would require them to owe money and to give away ownership and more of a majority stake in the conference. This would be a minority stake in the business arm of the conference that they're trying to start called the Big Ten Enterprises. And UC Investments would have no voting power, no control. I think the thing that I often think about when I think of private equity is, the Chicago, when they sold all the parking meters to, I think it was one of the firms, I forget what the name of it was, but essentially they sold all those parking meters and that firm had all the control and power over it. They had the ownership. This wouldn't be that. They are selling a 10% minority stake of the business arm to the Big Ten, but this idea that, UC Investments is going to come in and control everything and do whatever they want, I'm not sure I see that quite happening.
So if you look at it that way, why would the Wolverines or USC not want to do that?
Yeah, so there's some speculation about them because they haven't actually came out and said, this is what we want. You kind of see some of the regents from Michigan talking on Twitter, and you've seen a little bit of USC come out and say some stuff here and there. But based off what they've said and what the reports indicate, there is a tiered first payout system. Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State will make the most money out of anybody because of their contributions to the conference lately and in the past. So they'll all get about $190 million. USC and Oregon would get that next round of payouts, which is about $140 to $150 million. And USC isn't happy about that. They came into the conference and they want to be treated like a big brand, and they want to be treated as just as big as Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State. But like I said, it's more contributions, not just for now, but in the past as well. And so that's why the bigger contributions go to Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State. And then Michigan, their big thing that they don't like, which I fully understand, and it's one of the things that I think is kind of skeptical about the deal, is the grant of rights being extended 10 more years. Now, this is different than the ACC. The grant of rights of the ACC was with the TV company, was with ESPN. This is just the grant of rights being extended in the conference. So it would be extended 10 more years to 2046. And essentially that means that all of the Big Ten schools that are in the Big Ten right now would stick together until 2046. And this is kind of the Big Ten's way of trying to combat any Super League or anything like that might try to come in and poach Ohio State, Michigan, and USC. And obviously UC Investments doesn't want to, invest all this money just for Ohio State, Michigan, and everybody to leave in 2036, which is when the grant of rights right now ends if they don't sign this deal.
John Rhodes joining us, the Big Ten Huddle podcast on the Brian Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. So one more thought on that, because I know Michigan UFC have been kind of hinting that they don't want to sign this. And I've seen reports that say, yeah, they could just not sign it. And that would mean in 2036, they can leave the conference if they want to. I cannot envision a scenario where there's a Big Ten that doesn't involve Ohio State and Michigan being conference rivals, let alone obviously the rivalry they have in all sports, but especially in college football. Could the Big Ten survive something like that? If do you think the likelihood is that Michigan would end up actually pulling that trigger and doing that?
Yeah, I think a move like that would be more detrimental for Michigan and USC than it would be for the Big Ten. I mean, we saw this before, right? Michigan left. They didn't like the rules. They didn't like what was going on. Funny, Michigan doesn't like the rules. Anyway, sorry, that's a short jab. I figured you guys would like that.
We definitely agree with you on there.
But they didn't like the rules. They left, and then they come back because they recognize that they do need the conference. There's a lot of Michigan fans and people that think, well, we can leave and we can go independent and everything. Notre Dame has been independent for a long time, and it's not been easy. Yes, there's a lot of benefits to it, but there's a lot of stuff that you have to build up over time to do that. And for Michigan and USC to go away, to not receive the type of payouts that, Big Ten teams are getting right now, sure, the deal would change with USC and Michigan leaving. That's no doubt, because those are two of the biggest brands in the conference. However, the Big Ten has indicated that the deal would still go through. It might be for a lesser amount of money, but a deal like this sets the Big Ten up very well for the future. And, the Big Ten is already financially more stable and better than most of all of college football. and it would continue to be that way. And I fail to see any way that Michigan and USC could make similar amount of money to what they would make by staying in the Big Ten.
Let's shift gears a little bit. Right now, a lot of the talk has to do with the Heisman. Who is your Heisman winner right now?
Oh, it's Julian Sain, no doubt.
Go Bucks.
Do you have it 1-2 him and Fernando Mendoza, or kind of where do you rate all the other quarterbacks that you've seen?
I do. So I have Julian Sain number 1. I have Fernando Mendoza number 2. I do think that what he did against Indiana and, Oregon coming back from interceptions, I definitely deserve credit for that. But I also think that at a certain point, you can't have late game heroics based off your own, mistakes. So if the defense makes mistakes, sure, come back in and do late game heroics. That's fine. But I honestly think one of those two guys is going to win the national championship, and I think it'll probably be decided in the Big Ten championship game because you're going to see both these teams in there, and you're going to see Julian Sain and Fernando Mendoza, kind of duel out for that. And typically when you see two quarterbacks that are at the top of the Heisman race like that go against each other, whichever one comes out on top, maybe they don't even have the best game, maybe they don't even have the better game, but whichever player comes out on top is probably going to win the Heisman.
One other question I saw, John Rhodes we're talking with from Big Ten Huddle Podcast, and Brian Heating and Cooling System Fan Guest Hotline. I saw that you had made some comparisons, or I guess some contrast between Big Ten and SEC schools. And I think that definitely there are, I want to say that the Big Ten is better than the SEC, and I want to say some of these other teams would beat some of the teams in the SEC, but you seem pretty confident that if some of these Big Ten schools lined up right now, like I'm trying to remember, did you have USC and Georgia? Was that the one that I saw that was one of the comparables? Like where's your thinking on the strength of the middle of this conference? Because I wanted to try to defend it, but I have a tough time. Tell me where I'm wrong on that.
Oh, I get it. It's hard to do with the way the rankings are and everything else. So essentially, I think that there's a lot of parity in college football right now, and I don't think that the parity just lies in the SEC. And I think a lot of people think, well, the SEC, the middle has just gotten to be just as good as Alabama and Georgia were back in the day, and it's like, no, I think Ohio State and Indiana are kind of taking that mantle of teams that are elite. I think the top of the SEC is actually downgraded and created more parity in all of, in all of the SEC and also in college football. I mean, you see Lincoln Riley and USC getting better. I still think Lincoln Riley has some things he needs to work through. But, I think there's some teams that would win on a neutral field, and I think there's other teams that some people would think they'd get blown out. But in reality, I think it'd be a closer game. Like USC and Georgia, if they played that game, I can't imagine it'd be any more than a three-point game. I think USC would stick right there with them. I think Iowa, at the very least, would stick with Ole Miss. I think they probably would beat Ole Miss because Iowa does have a better running game than people recognize. And, they get knocked for the passing game, and the passing game is definitely something they need to improve on. But I think they've shown over the season it's more of the downfield passing game rather than kind of the short passing game, which they've gotten better at throughout the year. And you saw that against Oregon a little bit more. And then the other two being Oregon and Texas A&M. I think Texas A&M's a little overrated, and Oregon is being slept on by how good of a team they are. I mean, most metric systems have them in the top 3 or 4, and Texas A&M is, they have a good strength of record because people like the SEC schedules, I guess, but they've played like all the teams in the SEC that have fired their coaches. They played a third-string quarterback last week. This week they're going to play a team that fired their offensive coordinator and their offensive line coach. They don't play a real team in Texas until the final game of the season. And then I do have Michigan over Texas, but I figured you guys probably don't want me to expand on that one too much.
I just hope Michigan doesn't beat Ohio State. That's really all I care about at this point. But good stuff, JR. We'll talk again soon, all right?
All right, thanks, guys.
There you go. He is John Rhodes. You can find him on Twitter at JRS_rankings. And a good follow there. Covers the Big Ten for Big Ten Huddle. He was on the Brian Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. We'll hit the buzzer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still closely monitoring our only crash of the morning, and it's happening in our southeast corner as you're heading towards Groveport. A crash on 33, that eastbound direction as you're passing 270, that very busy intersection. A right shoulder currently blocked out there, but I still don't like to see these travel times 16 miles per hour as you're heading towards that crash site, so do be mindful there. Just take it nice and easy. First responders still on scene. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Get your furnace fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling. 1-800-COOLING.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy, but you can't because of bad feet? Hi, this is Mike, and the Good Feet store wants to help.
I just had difficulty walking. I tried them on in the store, and my foot felt so much better.
Do you keep buying new shoes and inserts with little or no relief?
I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store.
Don't let bad feet, knees, or back problems get in the way of staying healthy and having fun.
Thanks to the Good Feet store, I'm bowling 3 nights a week.
Get back to doing what you love. At the Good Feet store, we'll personally fit you with high-quality arch supports to maximize your comfort. Stop in the Good Feet store or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Hi, it's Anthony Schlegel. When it was time to replace my roof, friends highly recommended Newman Roofing. From the initial sales process, I was incredibly impressed by their commitment to outstanding customer service. Their 33 years of industry experience truly shine through, and it's clear why they have such an excellent reputation. I had the pleasure of meeting with the Newman family to discuss my roofing project. They presented me with several options and attentively addressed all my concerns and demonstrated a genuine care for their customers and the overall experience they provide. With family members in key roles within the company, they ensure that every customer feels confident in their decision to choose Newman Roofing. I highly recommend giving Newman Roofing a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visiting newmanroofing.com.
Call the company you can trust, Newman Roofing, at 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Make your list, check it twice, and shop smart this holiday season. Open a Visa at Kemba Financial Credit Union and add some jingle to your wallet with $150 cash back after your first $1,500 spent within 90 days. Apply at Kemba.org. Restrictions apply. Offer ends 12/31/25.
Hey, it's Matty Ice. Are you ready for the best Black Friday truck deals? Head over to McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion, where the savings are happening all month long. You can lease a brand new 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 for just $349 a month for 24 months with only $1,000 due at signing. Or if financing is more your style, grab it for just $679 a month for 84 months for qualified buyers. They're just off Route 23 on 95 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
The following radio theater is brought to you by Columbus Men's Clinic.
Hey, Dad, you want to play football?
No, buddy.
All right.
Pops, want to work out?
Maybe later.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tomorrow?
You've got one life, and it's too short for not nows, maybe laters, and tomorrows. If you have symptoms of ED and low T, your family, friends, and even your career has already been affected. Book your discreet evaluation at Columbus Men's Clinic and turn your tomorrows into
today.
Yes! Touchdown!
Come on, one more, Dad.
Today!
Push, Dad. One more. Come on, push.
Hey, kids are in bed. What you up to?
Tonight.
Call 614-300-7400 or book now in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, for every man in every season of life.
Attack and dominate. Morning Juice is on YouTube and 10 TV Plus.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Join Bobby Carpenter and Tito weekdays starting at 6 or watch on demand. More Bobby, less commercials. The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric, and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
One of these men is bald and fat. The other is T-Bone. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Now joining us, one of the triumvirate of Bishop and Friends. He is Eric Reeser. Reeser, good morning.
Gentlemen.
Oh, you know what? I did it.
Gentlemen!
There he is.
Excuse me, that's a big word. I'll be picked up in one of these mics.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You can't shut me up forever.
No, of course not. Would never dare to do that.
At least not until
Did you enjoy the last night's Cavs victory?
No. I didn't care.
Why? Because nobody.
They didn't have anybody.
Nobody played.
But they won the game.
I don't care.
With nobody.
Great.
That's.
What do you want me to do with that?
Here you are with you like one of those regular seasons don't matter guys.
I've been saying that for months, Tyvis. When they got dismissed from the playoffs last season, I was like, the 2025-2026 regular season's going to stink.
Yeah, because they're going to probably be a 50-win basketball team that then makes the playoffs. And then you find out can they actually get over the hump? Can they actually play with toughness and physicality and not every time they run into a defense suddenly go, oh, no, we can't play anymore?
Well, it's not even a defense. It's just the New York Knicks.
Or, well, like the Pacers last year,
I don't know
right?
what Jalen Brunson's status is going to be, but yeah, the Indianapolis, I mean, it's teams that want to play, that want to bully you, and you get bullied.
Yeah. So got to have a backbone.
Some nice guys. We got nice guys.
Yeah, we do.
Well,
a lot of nice guys on that Cavs team.
Great. They can have a nice regular season that I won't care about.
Can I say something that's nice here? I like this Adidas. No, you have a nice look today with the Adidas sweatshirt.
You wear Adidas?
I wear whatever's comfortable.
Yuck.
Oh, yeah, you got a couple brand whores here. Dylan and Tyvis, who are only...
I knew about Tyvis.
Only Nike
I didn't
guys.
think Dylan would. That's fine.
That's a Nike sweatshirt he has on right now. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's
this
not
is nothing.
You got sent that.
Yeah,
that was
I got
it's
Nike
free.
Pants, Jordan shoes.
I wear whatever fits. So that obviously changes
my mom
from
dresses
week to
me
week.
in the morning, so I go with whatever.
At what age did your mother stop dressing you? Because I was thinking,
I'm 35 and it's still going.
I was thinking about this. Like my mother used to like press my outfits and like sit them out, and I can't remember.
I never got that treatment.
I can't remember at what age where it was like, you good, do it yourself.
Parents just don't care nowadays.
So I had to get
included,
fresh.
Tyvis.
I had to. That's how you got style because you got to get fresh yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think anybody's ever accused me of having style or being fresh. So
well,
again,
they're wrong.
I think
they should be.
At the fully formed point in my life that I'm at, I don't think it's going to happen. So
I think you're stylish, Reeser. I would say you're stylish. I'm wearing a dirt track T-shirt right now. So, like, by comparison, obviously you're more stylish than me, but that's not hard to do. All I would say is I look to you for style cues, Reeser.
Oh,
If I had hair, I would try to emulate your look, but I can't.
Then. My mom asked me about me ironing Gianna's clothes the other day, and I was like, nah, I don't do that. And Gianna was like, why? And I straight up said, because my parents are better than your parents.
Oh,
that's why.
I haven't. We don't iron.
Admitting it. First step.
If we get clothing that requires ironing, that's like half the reason why I'm not religious anymore. Because all the stuff I had to wear to those places required some kind of pressing, ironing. No, I'm done with that. I'm sorry. If it's not T-shirt and jeans, we're not going. We're out on that. So, yeah, but that's all right. Reese, what do you guys have coming up on the show today?
We have a Blue Jackets game tonight as you talk with Dean Evison. You have Jet Greaves making his third consecutive start. Jody Shelley's going to join us at 9:45. We'll have Paul Feinbaum on at 10:30, as we normally do on Thursdays. And then the NCAA finally dropped the hammer on Michigan State.
God.
So we'll do that.
What
whatever
it's fun that is.
We'll open the mailbag at 10 o'clock, and we will try. I was 2-10. Or 2-12, I should say, against the spread picking NFL games last week. So I will try to do at least one better at 11 o'clock. At least one. If I can go 3 and however many.
What's happened to you? Last year you was on a heater.
Yeah.
Oh, don't talk.
I cooled off.
We pick 2 games a week, and we're barely over 500.
That's not true.
Ain't no barely. You barely over 500.
You are too.
No.
How are you on the NFL?
Oh, I'm
we
under
as 500.
A show.
That's what I'm saying. We as a show are 27, 20, and 21. That's not barely
but we pick,
over.
I'm saying we pick
7
2 games. All right, we pick 2 games a week. They're picking every game.
Let them live. That's tougher
That's
to do.
just bad strategy. I'm writing down
I agree
fade,
with that.
fade Reeser.
Yes. And so at 11 o'clock, when you hear me give my picks.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's fade Reeser.
That's a really good strategy.
I'm fading JJ. He's fading Reeser. Bishop and Friends coming up 9 to noon right here on The Fan.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
Internet's a wild place. Tommy Castellanos, the quarterback for the Florida State Seminoles. They have not had the season they had hoped for, but he is not short on confidence. He was the guy before the season that said they could beat Alabama. They did. Don't look at the rest of the record after that. But one of their fans, he had a post saying, got to finish strong here in November. It's time. We got to make some moves. And pictures of him and the guys from Florida State. A guy on Instagram commented on this photo named Jodio DiHambo. Let him live.
My guy.
He said to Tommy Castellanos, hey, finish out the season undefeated and you can, quote, crack my wife.
Huh?
What?
He about to have a Heisman campaign.
Yeah, you don't do
we
that.
know what the wife looks like?
I don't know.
That was my question.
I don't know, but here's the thing. That's a comment. People make comments on the internet all the time. Tommy Casto _, which is Tommy Castellanos' Instagram account, apparently yesterday commented back and said, quote, bet to that guy's reply. So he's deleted the comment. It's no longer on Instagram. The Tommy Castellanos part of that.
The internet lives forever.
But someone screenshotted it. So just know there's a lot riding on the line for Florida State this year.
One dude took Diego Pavia's mom out.
Oh, I don't think that ever happened. Theo Vaughn.
Yeah, he went out and then he bombed his stand-up special and everybody forgot about that because he was not good at that. So anyway, good luck to him. Enjoy Bishop and Friends. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow to preview a big Football Friday. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Checking in on some travel times throughout the metro, starting by the airport. 270 southbound getting pretty slow moving as you're heading towards that area, then really dropping when it comes to your travel times. 16 miles per hour passing the airport on 670 in that westbound direction heading downtown. Also, Canal Winchester, Pickerington not getting any better on 33 westbound heading downtown that way. 11 miles per hour out there by Gender Road for your Thursday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic. Make it